Hello and welcome to another episode of me painting again. Oh yes, we're painting again. Now then, this one is going to be a little bit different because I'm not going to be doing a blue sky. No, I am not. So we've got a little bit of red and a little bit of orange. A little bit of red and orange. Let me just show you. Ooh, orangey red. Orangey red. So, my sky, I'm going to have a bit of a strong colour. We want this to be strong. And we want it to be sort of stripy. But the strongest bit, the lightest bit, we're going to have is there. And I think this will be quite an interesting one actually. Quite excited by it actually, already I'm excited. See, what I want to do is develop this, thinking of the shapes, and then thinking of the mountains. What I might do is just imagine that the mountains aren't there while I paint the sky in. That might be a good idea, because if I imagine them there, it's going to throw me off. It will throw me off. So I'll put that little bit in there. And now I want a... just wipe my brush on a bit of paper. Paper. I want a blue. There's a bit of green in that, but I'm not bothered really. A bit of red. Make it dark. Making it more to the blue side. Let's see what that's like. I get this sort of. See, you need dark areas for light to show. You do. Actually, what I might do is use this same colour in a memento. To start painting these clouds, and then the mountains. That's what I wanted to say. Use the same colour for the mountains as well as these clouds. If we want the red to look a bit more stronger, we'll put another layer on top. Got to think about the reactions as well of this sort of sky. And then also remember, I need to remember to be free as well. And what I mean is, sometimes things happen when you're painting that improves the painting. And I want to make sure if that does happen, I do it. Because I want to make sure I don't miss an opportunity. I wanted this to melt more into the sky, that's why I wet that. See, if you're using a watercolour, an Aquarius medium, take advantage of it. Take advantage of it, because there's things you can do with this that you can't do with oils, which is what I used the most. And I always think, if you're using this sort of a medium, take advantage of the medium as much as possible. I didn't used to think like that. It's just something over time you start thinking, well, now I've done a couple of paintings, I'm an expert. Yeah, not quite. But I do like to build myself up, because that's a good thing to do when you're painting. Build yourself up. Study. And then the more you do, the better you get. And then I'm just putting a bit of white in my colour, because you find that these sort of skies, they go quite light above. Probably needs to be a bit more blue than that, but yeah, maybe more like that. Okay. Yeah, sort of dot 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 dot. There we go, and then just breaking into this. Give it a little bit of a mist. Bit of a scumble then. Right, now I've got sort of a flow to the sky. I don't know if you can see. Well, sure you can. Bit of a flow, nice flow. I'm going to go a bit more orange, because I've dirtied this colour up here, and I want to bring it back to more of a cleanliness. And some red. Gonna bolster this. Nice bit of red there as well. I quite like that. Maybe there's another cloud there. It's almost stripes, almost. Bit of a cloud there. Let it flow. Okay, just wipe my brush. Can even throw a little bit of black in the colour. Bit of ivory black really darkens it. Really darkens that colour. Because over here we're a lot darker. It's quite nice. Now, what I want to do, I want some yellow. want some yellow, cadmium yellow in my orange. Cad yellow and orange. So we're going even brighter. And we can start putting in the sun's hitting some of these areas. Just spread that out a little bit. And then I'm going to get a bit of white and go even brighter in this area. Then a little bit more white. And this is the final bit of light here. A bit more yellow in it. Just look for a finger I haven't used. And I can blend that. Okay. There we go, and then we'll go like that. Just to get that light there. So I'm thinking, because the light's there, maybe I'll have a bit more light picking up here. Maybe there's a little bit more in amongst that. Something like that. A bit of a glow in the sky. Okay, I can wash my brush. Right, so now coming forwards, get some nice blue, black. I'm gonna cool everything down now. Blue and black. Blue and black. I've got a mountain right there. Got a bit of a problem there. We picked up some of that, which we don't really want because we want it to be dark. But I'll just wait a minute and let it dry off a little bit. Nice darkness. So we'll have the mountains something like this. I need a bit more colour on my palette. Bit more blue, really. More blue and black. Blue and black. We've got a mountain that goes there. One there. So I'm using a reference picture of a mountain that I made up, and because I quite like it, and I thought, oh, I'll make it quite a nice mountain for a painting. So I've made up loads of mountains. Sometimes it's from using a picture of a mountain and sort of develop it into my own. Sometimes it's just paint straight out of my head. This one is sort of a mixture of the two. I'm using reference, but I'm also having a bit of fun with it. I'm using, it's reference from a painting I designed before, and I painted it in oils. But when I painted it in oils, I didn't paint it the same, because I started going off on one of those journeys again, where you start just making stuff up. So I never actually did it like this, and I'm actually not doing it again the way it exactly is. I'm changing it again. Don't like the fact that that was 2 there. So what I've got to remember, this is something actually I don't see done very often, is the light is not going to break into this mountain. See, sometimes the lighting, when it's backlit, a bit like this, it's a backlit type painting, because it's backlit, everything in front of it is not going to get lit, because the light's behind. I mean, you could pretend that the light goes all the way across and hits all the sides. But in this one, it's not going to do that, because it can't. But in a painting, you can do anything you like. You can bend the light, bend the rules, do anything you like, can't you? It is a painting. At the end of the day, it's not a photograph, so you can bend the rules. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this colour here that's above and bounce that downwards. So the snow on this mountain that I'm going to create is going to come from that colour. So then it is lit the way I want it. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? Doing what you want to do. Do something different. It's all about doing everything what I want to do. But when you're doing yours, you can do it the way you want to do it. So I might go a little bit lighter than I probably should, but I want this to show up, you see. Because if I go really dull, I'm not sure if it will show, but anyway, let's put some blue on this. Let's imagine the shape of the mountain. Maybe there's quite a lot of snow there. We can come back with the little brush and put more dark on if we like. We can do that. We can look at different shapes that we want. Bit more light, bit of a rocky. Good start. It's a good start. I'm going to go into a different brush. This is a watercolour, Cotman watercolour brush. I'm going to go back into my dark. It's a bit smaller brush, so you got a little bit more control, and I can take some of this blue away. Not all of it, just some of the shapes. I want a bit more shape. Give more of that light. So there's some down here as well. This is I'll change that a little bit. A light on that. So what I find sometimes, you do get a little bit too close to your painting, and you can end up overdoing it. and sometimes you can do the opposite and underdo it. I've done that as well. Isn't it complicated? Either overdoing it or underdoing it. I always remember when I did the gallery, and this bloke told me that I'd overworked the paintings. Makes me laugh now. At the time I was a little bit, oh dear, oh dear. What does he actually mean by that? Because I didn't have a clue, to be honest. Took me a while to work it out. That what he really meant was the paintings were rubbish. No, what he meant was that I'd spent hours working it, changing it, doing it again, changing it, and it showed in the painting. Because if you just do a nice brushstroke, like, well, what you do one on your painting, do a nice brushstroke, and then leave it, and then you can go, well, I'll move on to the next bit. That's a good brushstroke, good bit of work that's not been overworked, because you've done it quite quickly and the brushstroke's there to be seen. It's not been blended away. It's got confidence. So I know what he means. I just can't do it. So here we go. So we've got a nice mountainy type scene. You know, I started working on this bit here. Just get a bit more colour, just so I can show you. Started working on this here. Look, I can start putting sort of shape in there. Sort of bring that mountain together rather than separating it. This is a group of rocks that's together, not separate. We're keeping it nice, that nice dull, keeping it dull. Using dry brush to make these little marks, improves things, you see. Adds to it. Right, I think that'll do. I could throw in dark in areas, and well, there's quite a bit of dark in there anyway, isn't there? I could make that more rocky rather than rounded, but yeah, quite like it. So, what if we had a little bit of water? Sort of along here. Let's change brushes again. Want a decent size brush. It's quite a nice brush actually, the 1/2 inch graduate brush. It's quite a nice size. Works quite nicely. I'm just going to get some blue. Blue, 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 blue. Moving up in my chair because I started to slouch. I was almost lying down there. Lying down, painting. Don't you find it interesting how you can make something look light just by putting in more dark? I find it interesting, I do. I might put snow in rather than water now I'm thinking. What if I put in a river? What if I put in a river and then have snow in front of the river? Or rock. Or more rock. That could be good actually. A river and then more rock. I get some. Show you. Whoops. Get some white in my colour. Have a nice sort of. I'm going to turn my page around so I can do this. Do that. I'm going to put a bit of a line. I'm imagining. Water. Think water. Yeah. I think I thought water quite well there. Think water and walker. Think water and water will appear. You have to really think it though. And then think rock. Think rocks. Think rock. I am a rock. I am a rock. I am made of jaggedy rock. Jaggedy rock. Yeah, I am a dangerous rock, so I'm more triangular. I am a soft, happy rock, friendly rock, so I'm more rounded. But that one's a happy, friendly mountain top, so I don't want another happy, friendly rock there. Shape design's interesting though, isn't it? I find it interesting. Okay, so we've got a bright sky behind the mountain. We've got the mountain that's dimly lit by the sky above. We've got the water also lit by the sky above. And now we've got all these rocks which are also needing a little bit of light from, yes, you guessed it, the sky above. So, that bit there, bit there, bit of a rock there, rock there. Light there. And then I can think, well, that rock sits onto this, so that's dark. That rock does as well. This one is there. That sits there. This jaggedy one is right there, so it sits down there. We can get rid of some of the light and just have some but we can keep it quite subdued and quiet down here because it's only getting that bit of light, you see. Maybe that one needs a bit more. And that one. Not too much though. Never too much. Yeah, so you could put people in it or anything. A sign, no swimming. I wouldn't want to swim in there, mind you. But you know, people do, don't they? You could do all sorts with your painting. Be creative. But I think I quite like this. I quite like it. The only thing I was thinking is I want to break this up. That was all. Yeah. I think anything I could think of is to have whoops. Now another thing I could do is I could use the light and into the water, but I'm going for I'm not going for that. I'm going for that being a backlit area. But what I was thinking is in the water could have some little dark bits. Little details. Little bits. Maybe we'll do one where the light is going. Because I did take a picture of one like that, where the light was like that. So what I need to do a bit of yellow. No, I think I'll leave it as is. I was going to put a bit of yellow for cloud shape in here. And just to emphasize that a little bit. Break up that strong light, because I was thinking it needs to be the sun needs to be further down, really. That's what I was thinking. See, we change it as we go. Yeah, that's a bit better. The sun has gone down a little bit now. It's still the brightest bit, but it's not it's not gonna shine on the water anymore. Just blend that out a little bit. And I'll get my dark. Not sure if I want to change that. I was going to change that, but I thought, nah, it looks alright. It looks fine. I think we're there. I think we're about there. Yeah. I might. Just something I would like is something that breaks this. So I might put in the bit of an old tree that was growing here. It grew all the way up. Got to about there, and then since then the wind has been battering the side of it. It's never managed to get going any more than that. It's sort of stuck, almost like a bonsai. And the branches never get really get very big. And they're kind of windswept. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. So there you go, is a different type of sky, something a little bit brighter, but the foreground is a bit more dark and blue looking, but then the orange and the yellow really stands out in the center. So yes, we'll call that one finished. It just shows it without the glare a little bit anyway. So thanks very much for watching this one, and I'll see you at another one. Cheers, bye.